From the Panhandle PBS studios at Amarillo College, bringing you the news, events, and activities of your community college. It's the AC Report.
Welcome to the AC Report. I'm Ivan Duvall.
And I'm Citlali Zamaripa with this wrap-up of the news, activities, and events happening at Amarillo College this semester. AC tuition is going up. The Board of Regents recently approved the increase of a little more than $5 a credit hour. The hike followed news of an anticipated additional cut in state funding of $1.5 million. AC President Russell Lowry Hart says that the hike is not a reason to worry, but some students are concerned about higher costs.
So I had no idea that it's increasing. Since I haven't heard much about the subject, I mean, I would like to know how much it's increasing by, and that is a big surprise, actually.
It's definitely, college isn't easy to pay for. That's for sure, so it's definitely gonna not be the best thing.
I'm not sure about it because basically I'm getting paid by financial aid and my A scholarship, so possibly the only thing that's gonna affect me is I'm not gonna get that much money back from financial aid by the end of the month, so I'll be a little bit ticked.
I'm shocked. I don't think it'll affect me because I get financial aid, but I think it'll affect other students that can't pay the extra $80. It'll have negative consequences.
I'll regret the increase if it keeps a student from continuing their education. So I would say to any student that's in that situation, we have multiple ways to help you cover these costs. That quitting is not an option, that we're a college that says yes, and we will help you find the path forward. We have resources in this community. We have scholarships available, not only from the community, but from our own foundation, and we can help students absorb this and still continue what they've started.
Amarillo voters will be headed to the polls this weekend to cast their ballots in local elections. 3 spots on the AC Board of Regents are up for grabs. Centora Rodriguez has been covering the Regents race and joins us now with an update. Centora, how many candidates are vying for these 3 spots?
Well, Ivan, there are 9 candidates who want to land a position on the board in this election. 2 of the candidates, Michelle Fortunato and Jay Barrett, they're incumbents who want to continue their work with Amarillo College. Most of the candidates have run a Facebook campaign, which has allowed them to get the word out without spending a lot of money.
I don't want people to have to spend money on this election by supporting candidates who would all be good candidates.
I'm going to be posting things on social media, including Instagram, where I can just reach a variety of people in our community.
The Board of Regents holds meetings every 4th Thursday, and they are open to the public. Director of Communications and Marketing, Wes Condry, says students are more than welcome to attend and that they are informative.
Talk about all sorts of things that are happening at the university, or the college rather.
Centora, I've heard that voting for Regents is different than other elections. What's the difference?
Well, the difference here in this election is that the Regents election uses cumulative voting. That means each candidate will have his or her name on the ballot 3 times, and each voter gets 3 picks. So the top 3 candidates with the most votes will get a seat and be able to serve on the board for 6 years.
So technically you can cast 3 votes for the same person?
That's right.
Thanks, Centora.
Along with new regents, another change is coming to Amarillo College. Starting in August, concealed carry of handguns will be allowed at AC. The state legislature approved this change last year and has already been implemented in Texas universities. Some parts of campus will be designated as gun-free zones.
Paperwork has been sent to the state in reference to safe zones or gun-free zones at the school. This will include daycares, testing centers, and I believe that's all that they have put.
Only licensed handgun holders will be allowed to bring handguns on campus. While open carry is allowed off campus, on AC campuses, weapons must be concealed at all times.
One place guns will not be allowed is at the college's new Matney Park campus. This campus will begin operating in August as an additional AC child care and child development lab setting. Renovations are now underway on the former Hagee Center for Young Children. Officials say the center will provide child care for students taking classes on West Campus and other people who work in the Matney Park area. The center will have extended hours for students who have labs and clinicals. It will also offer classroom and lab spaces for academic students who are studying child care and early education. The center is now accepting reservations for childcare spots.
Starting this fall, students on the Washington Street campus won't have to leave to get a caffeine fix. Palace Coffee Shop is coming to campus. Reporter Liz Moore is standing by in Badger Den, the future home of this new caffeine haven. Liz, is it really true that we will have a place on campus to get coffee that doesn't come out of a vending machine?
That's right. In just a few short months, Amarillo College will have its very own coffee shop right here in the Badger Den. Palace owner Patrick Burns says that he's excited to bring the Palace atmosphere to AC and that there's something here for everyone.
We don't have our shops built for one specific person. Our demographics vary broad across the board. You can walk into any of our shops and you see students studying, but you also see retirees coming in and having coffee sessions with their friends.
For the past 6 years, Palace Coffee has provided a place for the community to come and study or catch up with friends. Now they're bringing that to Amarillo College. With construction starting this summer, Palace will soon have an AC location. Located in the Badger Den, Palace will provide students with an opportunity to caffeinate during those long study sessions in a comfortable studying atmosphere. Patrick Burns has put his everything into this coffee shop the past 6 years, focusing on bringing a wonderful coffee experience to the Amarillo area.
We believe in what Amarillo College is doing. We think that they have a fantastic vision for the community, that great vision for the students, and we want to go in there and help with that.
Students say they're excited to have a coffee shop here on campus so they don't have to drive across town just to get a coffee fix.
I think it'd benefit them in a better way because most students always end up going off campus to go get coffee, or they'll drive like a mile or so to go get coffee, and with it being closer, it'd probably be easier for them to get their type of coffee or how they do it in the morning.
Amarillo College's Palace location will be open when students return for the fall semester.
Liz, do you know what hours the campus Palace shop will be open and what they will serve other than coffee?
We will be posting the hours and menu items when we find out on the Ranger Online.
While construction will start soon on this new coffee shop, it's finally wrapping up on many parts of AC campuses. This fall, the Washington Street campus completed the Ware Student Center and the Esker Mall, while on the East campus, construction is wrapping up on the new diesel technology and aviation maintenance facility. The new additions will include a diesel bay for the automotive building, as well as an airplane hangar, a concrete taxiway, and a helicopter pad. Donations from the Amarillo Area Foundation and the Amarillo Economic Development Corporation helped fund the project.
Although much of the building has ended on the Washington Street campus, roofing and parking lot projects have been underway this spring.
Students say they dislike construction chaos and are looking forward to its completion.
I'm not super excited about having the loud noises, especially when I'm trying to take a test or something like that. But overall, I think it's a good thing.
I'm excited for the new renovations, although I find it a little bit in the way, especially with the parking lot.
Construction will be started soon on a state-of-the-art aquaponic greenhouse facility on the Washington Street campus. AC received a nearly $5 million U.S. Department of Education grant to fund this project. The greenhouse will give students hands-on practice and skills in horticulture, biochemistry, environmental science, and sustainable resources. The biology department is now developing new degrees and certificates in those fields.
Changes are taking place at AC and around the country. This year, America chose a new president. Donald Trump has just passed his first 100 days in office. AC students and staff are giving the new president mixed reviews.
At the moment, I mean, it's hard to tell like any other presidency. It's in the early stages. Like I always say, we have 4 more years of him, but right now I'm still kind of neutral about it. Even if some of his ideas are outlandish, like he still has like Congress to keep him in check, so I'm not really that worried.
Well, like personally, I've never been like a political person. I've never really, thought of voting. So my reaction towards him was, I guess like everyone else's, like I didn't know what to expect. A total of 8 years? Probably not, no.
He's likely to have, in a 4-year period, a Hurricane Katrina, a crisis that he didn't see coming, and then he won't know what to do.
Coming up next, some students embrace 8-week classes, and a new teaching technique is sweeping through campus. Find out more right after this.
Being able to write well is an essential skill which every college student needs to have, but not everyone is born with it. If you ever feel like you need some extra help on a writing assignment, come by the AC Writers Corner. The Writers Corner employs a skilled staff of both students and faculty, all of which are eager to help you make a great grade on your writing assignments. The Writers Corner has a very high student success rate at 88%, and many students have ended up passing their classes because of the help they received here. Also, don't worry about having to make an appointment because walk-ins are always welcome. Most importantly, the Writer's Corner has the best coffee on campus. So if you ever feel frustrated when working on a writing assignment, come down to the AC Writer's Corner, located in room 102 on the first floor of Ordway Hall. Open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Thursday and 8 to 1 on Friday.
AC students are finishing faster. That's because of the new 8-week class format that was implemented this year. More than half of all courses were moved to the accelerated schedule. AC officials say next year they hope to offer even more classes in the short format. Some students say they really like the 8-week classes, but others aren't sure.
The 8-week classes, the benefit for students is what we were seeing was that typically around that midpoint of the semester, students were either getting frustrated or maybe they were leaving for personal reasons, and unfortunately, they lose that full semester if they remove themselves from the classes. And so with 8 weeks, it makes it easier for students to hopefully complete some credit hours if in fact life happens and they have to remove themselves from classes. Hopefully by that time frame, they've already completed some hours and not have wasted a whole semester.
Before enrolling at AC, most students earn a high school diploma. But for those who didn't graduate from high school, AC offers classes that help them earn a graduate equivalency diploma, or GED. Tristan Forbes joins us now to tell us more about the GED program. Tristan, what are the GED classes like?
Well, Ivan, the classes usually consist of about 15 to 25 students, and they are designed to help students get ready to take the GED exam.
We are aligning our services and integrating with our developmental education, helping them to get the basic development education that they need in math, reading, or those areas that they aren't able to score high enough on their TSI. Our program and instructors are helping teach those classes.
The GED classes are offered during both morning and afternoon time slots to accommodate students' work schedules. The classes meet 4 days a week for 6 weeks, and both the classes and the GED exam are free of charge.
Another way AC helps students is by awarding scholarships. The college recently held a luncheon to raise funds to help students with disabilities. The LIGHT, or Living Independently Through Education, scholarship program began 15 years ago. Last year, the program gave out 52 scholarships of $1,000 each.
AC campuses are now free of smoke since the college started a no smoking policy this fall. AC reports reports on reactions to the smoking ban.
They began popping up all over campus this past summer. Temporary at first, but now they have taken up a more permanent stance, just like the message they convey. No smoking on campus, but that's not all. The ban also includes vapes, like this one.
The ban was proposed last year by the student government and approved by AC officials. The ban can now be found in Section 11 of the AC Student Code of Conduct and is upheld and enforced by the AC Campus Police.
The main areas to go would be around the campuses, would be any public sidewalk that runs around on the outside of the campus or that belongs to the city of Amarillo. That's a public sidewalk. That's where you can go and smoke.
Campus police say if someone is caught smoking, they will simply be asked to put out the cigarette or leave the campus. The public sidewalk being the closest place to smoke, some students find it to be an annoyance.
I find it really kind of ironic that it's not okay to smoke a cigarette on a campus at Amarillo College, but it's okay to carry a loaded firearm. You know, as a veteran, as someone who's used firearms, I'd rather see an upset student with a Marlboro than with a 9mm.
Despite the disagreement of some students and staff members, it looks like the new policy or signs will not be removed anytime soon. For the AC Report, I'm Les Jones.
AC's Hereford campus will be providing new opportunities for English as a second language students this summer. Beginning June 5th, the campus will offer the Continuing Healthcare Certified Nursing Assistant Program for English language learners. With CNA jobs expected to increase in the next few years, the need for bilingual CNAs is also on the rise.
This particular program is geared for non-native English speakers, and they actually will be using the same CNA curriculum as native English speaker. The big difference is that we will be offering English language support services.
The total cost for the program will be about $1,200. The ESL portion will be free of charge. Financial assistance may be available for those who qualify through Workforce Solutions. Students interested need to take English-based assessments at the Hereford campus May 16th and 17th.
5 Data Kappa students represent Amarillo College every year at the International PTK Convention. This year, they traveled to Nashville, Tennessee. The conference is held to recognize individual schools' community service projects and research accomplishments, and to celebrate everyone's hard work over the school year.
It was amazing. This conference is held at a gorgeous resort, and we've gotten to learn a lot and see a lot of really cool people here, and I've enjoyed it a whole lot.
Students attended workshops, heard from several speakers, and explored Nashville.
College classes are not supposed to be fun and games, except when professors use a new approach to teaching. The technique is called reacting to the past, as Jonathan Gibson reports.
This might not look like your normal college speech class, but to these interpersonal communication students, it's a learning experience that will last a lifetime. The teaching technique, reacting to the past, aims to help students make a more personal connection with their curriculum. It began in the late 90s when a history professor wanted to help his students become more engaged. And in the almost 2 decades since, the technique has become a popular way to teach.
Well, we have an opportunity with reacting to the past to show students a culture that they don't actually understand. So when we put them back in 1913, we're actually asking them to go to a time when women don't have the right to vote, women can't drive cars, heck, women can't wear pants or cut their hair. So it's very foreign to our students from today. So when we ask students to go into this type of situation, we are able to explore culture in a whole new light. Bohemians, where they land, okay?
Students say the class has been a great learning opportunity.
So there's points that you can earn based on things that you do. So you can draw a comic or write an article for the newspaper. And these points, at the end of the game, you must have at least about 15 points to make a decision or to cast a vote for the movement that of your choosing.
This is fun, and just sitting in classes, not.
Classes that use the reacting to the past technique will be available in the fall, and students can register now. This is Jonathan Gibson for the AC Report.
AC is recognizing its most outstanding students. The college recently held a convocation to honor more than 400 students who have achieved academic excellence. Students say that one of the highlights of the ceremony was being able to share their achievements with family and friends.
It's just a great thing to have friends and family come and support you. You know, you may get an A in a class, so you may be the top in the class, but if you don't have a ceremony like this, it's not as, you can't spread it without your family and your friends.
It's just an honor to be his mom and to be able to share how far he has come and to see the kind of young man that he has become.
The 115th Law Enforcement class is underway at the Amarillo College Basic Peace Officer Academy. The academy began in January and will go through August. Both faculty and students say the academy provides a strong foundation for future law enforcement careers.
This is a really good academy. The last 20 academy classes in a row to graduate have all passed the state test 100% on the first try. So we have great success here at the academy. You know, it's the training, the minimum mandate right now is 643 hours, and we're at 800. So we exceed the state mandate, you know, by 157 hours.
I want to make a difference in my community, and from my Air Force service, I've enjoyed serving my country, so now I want to do that here in Texas.
The next Law Enforcement Academy class will begin in September. Instructions on how to apply are located on the AC website.
Coming up next, take a break from studying with Theater AC's Spring Musical and...
They're cute, they're cuddly, and they're all over campus. Learn more about our furry friends when we come back.
Welcome to Carter Fitness Center, located at the corner of Washington and 24th Street. The center offers a variety of weight training and cardio machines. Membership cost for students and faculty is free. Guest passes are $2 a day. The hours of operation are Monday through Thursday, 6 to 8, Friday, 6 to 5, Saturday, 9 to 4, and Sunday, 2 to 4. For more information, log on to actx.edu or call 345-5515.
The end of the semester means final projects and exams and a lot of stress for most students. The AC Report's Jose Torres explains how some students cope.
Stress is always a factor for college students, but the pressure gets worse as finals week draws near.
At school, definitely. Finals.
Really?
Yeah, definitely the finals. Most of my friends stress out about it because they procrastinate until the last minute to get all their stuff done.
Classes. Yeah, just having to focus on like every class, but I have 5 classes going on, so it's hard to focus on each one because you have things to do all at the same time. You don't have no time to focus just on one.
Though some students say being stressed is just a huge waste of time.
How do I deal with stress? Well, there's a lot of ways I personally deal with stress, but one of them that I found is really helpful is escaping to my own little space, say like under a shady tree or something like that, and just thinking about everything that's happened in the past, well, ever, and then just kind of coming to terms with it. You know, just it's happening. There's nothing I can do about it. Go with the flow. So just relax. Just take your mind off of it. Even if the deadline's coming up on you, take a minute. You don't need to stress out like that.
For those whose stress is piling up, AC has a counseling center that helps with anxiety, depression, and those just feeling overwhelmed. All services are free and confidential. To schedule an appointment, please call 806-371-5900. Until then, I'm Jose Torres with the AC Report.
Another way to handle the end of the semester pressure is to take a walk to the Carter Fitness Center. The gym and intramural sports program offer the chance to unwind. Reporter Donovan Ortiz has the details.
As the semester rolls along, many students find stressing a common theme in college.
I feel nervous and stressed. I feel like I'm going to fail, or I feel like it's not too much or a little bit, you know.
But with intramural and recreational sports available, it gives many people the option to unwind and relax. The Amarillo College Intramural Sports Program works hard to give AC students, faculty, and staff members a chance to participate in fun competing sports.
Yes, it's free to all students and anyone really in the community. You don't have to be a student to be involved. The more the merrier.
The big four that have seasons are football, volleyball, basketball, and softball. But there's no need to worry, as there's always activities going on in the Carter Fitness Center gym. It is a fun environment where people could come and let loose, interact with friends, or meet new people. Every day at 1, anyone who is interested in the daily activities can just show up and participate.
Just get to have fun, man. Get to come release some energy before class, after class, however you do it. It's just fun, man. I like it.
With all the activities and intramural sports here at Amarillo College, relieving stress is no biggie. For those who want to join and be a part of intramural sports or want more information on how to be involved, come to the Carter Fitness Center. This is Donovan Ortiz for the AC Report.
Now is the time to check out the latest performance by AC Theater students. The show is a quirky comedy called First Date, the Musical.
And it's a very short musical, and it's about a first date. And the idea of it is pretty much a lot of scenarios that can go wrong on a first date.
Some of the performers have appeared in numerous AC shows and some are newcomers. This is the only musical that Theater AC will stage this year. First Date the Musical will be performed at 7:30 p.m. May 5th and 6th, with a matinee at 3 p.m. on May 7th.
Entertainment news. Mass media students are reviving Jackson Street Presents, a music program that was created by 2 AC students in 2015. David Lovejoy and Tyler Williams came up with the idea to find a way to use what they learned in the classroom and create something in real life.
And to allow kids in the class, in the mass communication, the Matney mass communication program, to get skills, to get a chance to do what we're learning.
Mass media students act as directors and producers for the web series. Lovejoy says not only do they get the knowledge and experience they need, they also get a glimpse of what it's like to put a show together.
Jackson Street Presents and other student productions like this one would not be possible without the support of Panhandle PBS. From employing students to allowing classes to use their studios as labs, Panhandle PBS has an important role to play.
PBS missions, and certainly Panhandle PBS, is education, and that goes hand in hand with Amarillo College. So we can take students further with the resources we have here on campus, and really provide a training ground of real-world skills to students at Amarillo College.
AC graduates say they owe much of their success to the hands-on experience they gained at Panhandle PBS.
Some AC students are taking on a new hobby, radio-controlled car racing. The new RC track has just opened up in our area. The owner of the track says a family member helped him discover RC cars.
My stepdad, he'd been racing RC cars since the early 80s, and when I got a little older, started going to the track, started racing a couple years later.
Students have also been doing some racing on campus. These races were a part of Club Clash, an annual competition of student organizations sponsored by the Phi Theta Kappa Club. This may seem like fun and games because that's exactly what Club Clash is. Teams competed over the course of 2 days in battles over everything from academic knowledge to wing eating. Students say the clubs at AC are diverse as the events they competed in.
I've been to other events that Amarillo College has put on and things like that, but Club Clash has been the more diversified, I guess.
Students say fun, teamwork, and determination made the 2017 Club Clash a success.
Walking from one end of campus to the other, it's likely you've come across one of the many squirrels that call the college home. They can be found just about anywhere on campus. The squirrels do play a role in the ecosystem. By eating mice, they keep down a pest problem. Many students at Amarillo College find the squirrels cute and cuddly and just plain fun to watch.
I personally enjoy the squirrels. They make me very happy, and I think Amarillo College really has its own community of squirrels, and the students enjoy seeing them, and they're always, you know, running around, going crazy. It's a good thing. I think having the squirrels around are good around campus.
So next time you're out and about, enjoy the scenery that AC has to offer along with the squirrels.
The ending of the spring semester at AC means it's time for Badgerama. It's a semester-end event that lets students relax with festivities, music, and food. Reporter Charles Diaz gives us the scoop.
Even though the day began overcast and gloomy, classrooms like this one are empty. As preparations went underway for Badgerama, faculty and student club members came together to set up for one of the biggest events of the year. Badgerama is an annual event that takes place on the Washington Street campus to celebrate the end of the semester. Students crowd around booths where activities and games populate the forum.
We are, yeah. I'm running the Phi Theta Kappa booth, and what we have is like a variation of beer pong, if you will, but with giant buckets from Home Depot and water.
Washington Street campus undergoes a similar transformation twice a year, once in the fall for Fall Fest and again in the spring for Badgerama. A virtual reality station, Sharky's Burritos, a picture booth, slime making, and hula hooping were just some of the activities at this year's Badgerama. Students at Badgerama also enjoyed two bands, Polaroid Summer and Run With It. Students jammed out to the groovy tunes of Polaroid Summer, a four-man pop rock band from Houston, Texas. This year's Badgerama was their first time to play here. Run With It is a band based out of Kansas City. This is their second appearance to AC, performing last fall at Fall Fest.
The students are really cool, they're receptive. Oh, yeah. The people that work here, super fun and easy to work with, and so it's a cool environment. Yeah.
Run With It has enjoyed performing here at Amarillo College and would be thrilled to return to Texas to play again, especially if there is food involved.
You guys have Texas-shaped waffles, so, I mean, why we have to come back.
We have to come back for the Texas waffles.
Kind of mandatory for that.
Yeah.
If you missed Badgerama this year, do not worry, it will be back next year. This is Charles Diaz for the AAC Report.
Thanks for joining us for this end-of-the-year wrap-up of news, events, and activities that have taken place at your community college.
Have a great summer.